Before we go to variety, you already know. And what Pokemon do we get? Let's see. It's not for you, dog. Not for you. She hears that. She thinks I'm giving her nothing. You can't have chocolate. All right, here we go. Oh my god. It's a fucking jalapeno. All right. I think we should play what we're in the category to play in Twitch. And let's play some Stanley Parable. Parable. No, Parable. 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 Remember, Wheels. Anytime you don't know how to say the word, just remember that Kyra tried to make fun of you, call you Paraboy, but add an L instead. All right. This is tripping me out because it's the game in like the game main menu in the PC. Fuck, this is trippy as fuck. No. The end is never the end, and then is never the end, is never the end, never is what? The end is never, the end is never, the end is never.
This
what?
Is the story of a man named Stanley.
Nothing much. We're just chilling, trying a new game.
A big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple.
Was it now?
His desk in room 427, and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee.
What an easy job!
Did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order
I can't do it right now, hold on.
The monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Hold on, you guys. Okay. Oh boy, my sensitivity. Your narrator better? Okay. I like that the... Wait.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
Huh?
What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive.
I don't know about that,
Soon,
Stanley.
very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
First standing on accident? Wait, what the fuck did I do? Did I take too long? Did I close the door? That's what happened? I wasn't sure. I didn't know what I was doing. All right. Knowing anything? It's telling me what to do. I'm tired. I'm tired of listening to direction.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You don't tell me what to do.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in. Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Wait, hold on. How was it crouching again? Jump in space. Control. Okay.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
Okay, shut
It's
the fuck
possible,
up.
but at last he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah, what if I don't want to? What if I don't want to? I'm not following directions.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Wait, that's actually funny. Wait, the fact that like, okay, this is great. This is great. But, that's hilarious. Warning, do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse 1,000. Penalty for jumping off. Holy shit. You die and you have to pay them $5,000. Holy shit. What the fuck? I don't like that it's dark in there.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
I'm trying to.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh,
I
come
got
on.
bamboozled.
Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
I
They
wish.
want to commit
You
their life
bitch.
to you. I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Wait, what the room is different. What?
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
I don't like this. I don't like the narrator's got too much power. The narrator's got too much power.
This is a very
That's so
sad story
creepy.
about the death of a man named Stanley.
Huh? You told me not to do it. I ain't doing it. Let's just hear the clock. By the way, that time is wrong. I clearly put 8:40 and it showed me 12. No. I can tell time. I promise I can tell time. 12. Fuck. It's gonna be 11:25 on the clock. Wait, is it really not gonna do anything? I wonder if you have to sit here for a minute. I know what you told me not to. Listen. This time I failed. All right. I wasn't paying attention. Got it. Pay. Follow directions. Follow directions. He told me not to press anything. What happened if I did this? Oh fuck. I wonder if you have to sit for a minute. You know, I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty. Let me drink some water. No, I don't think. I think you have to press the button. I'm pretty sure you have to press the button.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And
That
I
was
tried
kind
again, and Stanley
Please
pushed a
die.
button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
What the fuck? Wait, what the? Was that an ending? I'm so confused. Yo, I'm so confused. Wait, I'm so confused. This is so weird. There's always something. Okay, let's do the meeting room this time. We'll do the meeting room this time.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Last time we didn't follow direction. Oh man. Ain't no one here, see?
Yet
Ain't no
there
one
was
here.
Not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive aggressively on other I was reading that. Broom closet. Oh.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
There's always something.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here. It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Oh man, I get it now. Doing sweet fuck off.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing?
Okay, I get it.
Why?
I get it.
Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
It's a nice broom closet. What can I say? Look at the detail. I mean, the
You
piping.
do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
That's
I
not
never would
true.
have thought to mention it.
Look how great it is, bro. The broom. Significant.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Whoa. I'm getting out. I'm sorry. I don't want to get bullied no more. I don't want to get bullied anymore. I get it. I'm out. All right. Uh-oh.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I don't like what's down there. But then again, it's very intriguing. But fuck the boss, like... No, I have to see that red light. There's a red light. But it's not spooky season, but... No, I have to. It's like a fly with the light. See, now I'm down here, you know. Going downstairs is easy. Going up is so hard. So let me... Oh, I could get out. Oh, I could get out.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
I ain't crazy, I
All
can
of
tell
my
you that
coworkers
much.
blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Thank
Why
you.
did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself.
This is so
I'm
weird.
through
What
with
the
this
fuck
dream.
is this
I
game?
wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want.
Not
I
me.
want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
No, because this
My
is
life
crazy.
is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I was like,
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name
I
is
thought that-
Stanley.
I legit-
have a
that was-
boss. I
that
have
was-
an office. I am
was
real.
the end.
Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
yo, this game is a mind fuck.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Huh?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my
What
mind.
the?
I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
I fucking died. I was like, what the fuck, yo? All
Coming
right.
to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Executive bathroom. To be rich, is it a crime? To commit a crime, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. Alright, don't mind me taking a shit. You know, like, listen. We've already given birth on stream. You know, we've done a lot of things. Now it's shitting stream. It's shitting. Oh, fuck. I ate too much. Hold on. Executive shit. Okay, this is where we came from. Wait, does this work? Let's go up. Yo, some elevator music? Oh, yo. How? Okay, we're talk. How tall is this building? Why haven't we stopped? That elevator's gonna be useful for a reason. Watch. Feel it.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Yeah, by sheer luck.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Where? Wait, what the fuck? What the fuck? Wait, and it says loading, so it's
Descending
actually...
deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Fuck.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Call exit extension 914 immediately. Escape. No, we go to the mind control facility. We end this now. You hear me?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
You're damn right I do. Camera.
Now the monitors jumped to life,
Oh, it's
their true
427.
nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the
427.
building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Yo, wait, what the fuck? Oh, there was one right there. Oh, it's kind of broken, right? Because it 2, 3, 4. Fired? How can you get fired? Gotta talk to 104.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Yep.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
How the console disabled. and power.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Wonder what happens if I put it on.
Blackness and a
There's
rising
chill of
chill of
uncertainty.
uncertainty. Was it over?
Probably not.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know.
A dream, right?
It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
But there is no door here.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Was I though? Because I feel like I'm gonna end up right back where I was.